staring at nothing. Well, okay, there you go. You're staring at my beautiful Jack right now. I'm on my computer. I kind of rotate the pictures and have a different one up there every now and again, but it's kind of one of those photos that I really loved of Jack, and yeah, I tend to keep that up quite a bit. But today, guys, I am looking at getting, I've got my tripod set up for when I might be holding Lily. For now I'm not, but I wanted to start off from here. Ruby, you going to be right laying there? Hey? Yeah, even if I do get Lily out, I don't think it's going to really bother Ruby very much anyway. Lily. Lily. Hello, sweetie. Now, I'm saying Lily because earlier she most definitely wanted to come on out, and I was busy with people turning up and so forth, and I couldn't get her out at the time. I'll just straighten this back up a bit because she's moved that, of course. Hey, sweet. The door is open. Do you want to come out? Did you want to come out? And you know what it'll be, guys? I wanted to come out, so she's not going to come out. It's kind of sometimes like a bit of a payback to me. Well, I wanted to come out earlier and you would not let me out. I'll just take my time. Okay? Okay? Coming? You going to come down? Are you going to come down? You going to come out? I'm asking you if you would like to come on out. Yes, I know you've been to the toilet and your belly is probably empty, and you're probably thinking, well, you could fill my belly back up for me right now, Mum, but it is not going to be that sort of a day today. You really need to come on out and have a little bit of exercise. Yes, my finger. It is. So it is. Well, I'm not going to eat your finger, okay, Mum? You can keep your finger. And I'm going to put this up onto the tripod where you can see messy old me today. Because the video, as much as it is about, of course, my snakes. Sorry, while I get this set up for you. Well, for me, isn't it? Well, you too. Otherwise, you're not really going to be able to see very much if I don't set this up. Remembering to do all these little bits and pieces is not hard, I guess, but sometimes the old brain needs to start thinking a bit. And I'm having a reasonably chilled out day today as well. So there's a few snakes I want to get out and have some time with, and it's a beautiful day, but it's very warm as well. So outside may not be right now, but a little bit later on. And one of the snakes that I really want to take outside today is Jack. I mean, I'd like to take Lily. She might be thinking about it, and hopefully she will. You know, my videos are about my snakes and having my snakes with me, and I like to put a snake in here, you know, so you can see them and it's not just me. But I guess this video is about me today, to some degree, and of course about snakes, because, well, about my carpet pythons. And I have been mentioning a lot in my titles carpet pythons, but I use the word snakes because I do believe greatly that all of my videos are not just about carpet pythons, it's for all species of snakes. So when I use the word carpet python in my title of my videos, it relates to every species in the world. And there are different care needs for each individual species, but in care needs we're talking about, for me, heating, humidity, and maybe the size of the enclosure that you are keeping that particular snake in. For me, that's the only difference that there is, that I believe, between yourselves and myself, is those basic needs that need to be met for snakes. But in terms of caring for their heart and their minds, really should be for everybody, not just carpet pythons at all. And that's my videos, and that is what I want to get out there more than anything. Lily, you know, I'll probably, when I turn off the camera, she'll decide I'll come out now. I can see Lily doing that. She was out yesterday, guys. She has been out. She was out for a while. And I knew she'd want out again today, but wasn't convenient at the time. So, you know, I got to sort of thinking. You know, I put up a video yesterday about individuality, and in the individual snakes, not by species at all, just in who they are and their own personalities and their likes and their dislikes. And I know that I probably appear extremely repetitive to you at times, but it's a big base of me and my life with my snakes, is seeing them as those individuals, and then of course extending that in the way that I respond to them and care for them and do for them. So yeah, yesterday was about the feeding angle of caring for my snakes and recognizing all the differences that can exist, and some of the differences are very subtle, others aren't. They're very different from one of my snakes to the others, but there's still differences. And I cannot say enough of the importance of understanding that. And you know, you see a feeding video where, you know, just on an example of, it's been a week and it's feeding day. My snakes are on a feeding schedule of every 7 days. Well, that would be a perfect schedule. I don't have that schedule with my snakes, and I only have 8 to think of. So it's so easy for me to be ooh la la about it, and just recognizing from each of them when I do know that they're hungry and ready to take a meal. Because if I had 100, I'd have to have a bit more of a schedule. But it still comes down to, you may have that schedule as 7 days, but your snake has another schedule in their head that week. They don't and aren't hungry on the 7th day. You know, they may have been hungry, Lily's coming, they may have been hungry on the 5th day, but because they don't get fed till the 7th day, they didn't get fed. And that's fine. They're not going to starve for a few days or a couple of days. But I kind of don't work on that so much. Of course, I don't let them dictate, I'm hungry and I ate today, or I ate yesterday, but I'm hungry today, so can you feed me again? You've got to use your brain as well and realise that that's when you'd be getting into the, I kind of would be overfeeding them, wouldn't I? If I were to feed them, and every time they sort of say, well, I'm starving. But, you know, if you can see that it has been 5-7 days, or you're on a 14-day routine, but on the 10th day you can see they're ready to take a meal, well, you know, I see it as there is no harm. Are you coming out? I will try and spin you around, so you might be able to see her. Are you coming out? Are you coming out? Hey, going to come out with Mum? Come on, darling. Come on out. That would be so nice. It would be very nice of you. Hey, that would be so nice of you. What do you think? Yeah, I know the cat's there, but you also know the cat doesn't and won't be a bother to you. Don't you? Hey? So I'll come on out, Mum, but I'll go on up to my spot. But I will try and get her before she actually does that, so I can have her here with me in front of the camera. So long as I don't get too sidetracked on yibber yabbering to you, and she gets further than I wanted her to actually go. So I'll switch you back here. Okay, I think that's about right. So, you know, I was sort of looking at that video and looking at some of the comments that I received and realising just how many of you wonderful people acknowledge the fact that your snakes are similar and yet different, and will do things. Oh, my snake and my cat are giving each other a kiss, guys. But I'm going to, excuse me for dipping out of the video for a second, because I'm going to try and get Lily over here, because I know so many of you love seeing Lily, and this video is going to go on for ages. For me, it only seems a very short period of time that I've started jabbing, and then I look at the time and I go, oh wow, get moving, gay. And again, again, gay, you're stalling with time. So okay, come on, Lilo. I know you'll be happy to come on out now, won't you? Hey, come on, darling. I know the cat's not really going to be a bother to you, is she? Hey, okay. Here's my girl with me. I can put her around my shoulders quite easily, Lily. She's pretty easy breezy. You know, people see it as, you know, I get my snakes out and they just want to go. Yeah, they want to go. because this is their room where they get to stretch out and they get to climb and they get to explore. So that has not lost any of the ability for me to actually handle them and hold them either. You know, carpet pythons are very, very active in their lives, and they love to climb and explore. They're very curious animals, carpet pythons, and that's why I've created this environment for them, to be able to do that. But getting back to the topic of all these wonderful people that recognize the differences in their snakes from one to the other, and not due to a species related. I don't want you. She would absolutely love to live in Lily's enclosure and curl up in there and have a nap. My Ruby. And I'm sure they'd be fine in there together, but it's a no to Ruby. But yeah, I was reading all the comments. I went, wow, this is really fabulous to hear. And it's always so fabulous to hear people say, I got my first carpet python. And to hear, you're just bumping her on the nose. No, you're not going in there. So yeah, it is very fabulous to hear all this positiveness. I don't understand why people say that carpet pythons don't make a good first snake. They've just got their first, and this particular person got a jungle carpet and said she is the most calm and chilled and eats and is beautiful. And she's only 1 year old, and that would be right. Not all of them are snappy with you, because they're all different. You know, some of them come out of that egg ready to kill you. Well, they can't kill you, but they think they can. And the fact is that some will pop their little heads out and want to immediately get to know you. And I like Lily. Lily girl. She says that fan's going up there, and it is. But I love reading my comments, guys, and I get to each and every one of them, and I answer each and every one of them, even if it's just to say a thank you. But for me, it's seeing that everybody is doing it, and remembering that they are individuals, and remembering to not only care for their basic needs, but caring for their hearts and minds, because that is the one journey with my snakes that I have recognized, is that sure, we need to do the basic care, vital for them to survive, but I also think that caring for their heart, their soul, their brain is vital as well for them. We've come a long way with the care of our snakes, and what we've learnt from all those years ago, where a snake was a snake and you put it in an enclosure. But there's been so many more. Oh, I keep getting an itchy nose. It's that time of the year. We have certainly come a long way to understand that they can be smart, and there has been studies done to prove that they are family. There are species, and even though a study was only done on a particular species that continually seek out family members year in and year out to be around, doesn't mean other species aren't the same. There's just not been a study done. You're just resting. She's just got a tail on me at this point. But, you know, the study on snakes being able to hear was only done with rattlesnakes, but that doesn't mean it's just rattlesnakes that can hear. A study was done on snakes or pythons, working together to hunt prey for their survival. They worked as a team. That is proving over and over again that these are not dumb creatures, that they are very, very smart. And I would like more and more people to treat them with the fact in knowing they are smart and they can learn, that they react to the sound of your voice, they react to their name, they learn to go to the toilet outside because you taught them how to do that. You showed them how to do that, and you will be amazed at how quick and fast they pick up on it. It doesn't take them weeks. In actual fact, it takes them less time to learn something like that than your pup will. And that's the truth. So when you're going to go and get a snake, a fur snake, think about, if I get this snake, not only do I have to take care of its basic needs, but I have to think about the fact that I have to spend time with it, that I have to teach it things, and I have to show it a lot of love and a lot of affection, just like any other pet that you bring home. Cat, dog, bird, even fish. Don't think that they're dumb either. So guys, like I said, I don't want to make this hours long, but I think you get what I'm saying. And I want to thank everybody that lets me know how they're seeing their snakes and caring for their snakes and what they're doing. I love it, and I love reading what you're learning and what your snake is showing you. It's just wonderful. So guys, and Lily, girl, do you want to come over and say goodbye, and then you can go and do your thing for today? Hey? I think Lily gets a little bit sinusy too. She gets a little bit of a whistle in her nose, and there's no more substrate in her enclosure. Just changing season. You got sinus troubles? No, she doesn't have an RI. Lily's never had an RI. I leave that up to my Maya and my seer at the moment, although Maya's fine. She doesn't have an RI. She gets about one a year. Seer, I'm still working out what goes with her and what do I need to do for her. You would think that I would know, but I don't know everything, and I still learn all of the time from them as well. So, from me and Lily, and of course my Ruby down here, you all take care of yourself and your family and your friends and your snakes that can certainly become your best friends in your life, and all your animals. Ciao. Look up there. Bob. Yeah. I forgot to turn off the camera. Bye.